Happy Day English, my viewers. Let's play the music. This was Dua Lipa. This music was on a cafe I went today, and that cafe plays random music, so nobody knows, even the cafe owner, what is going to be played. All right. Okay. TOEFL map listening, intermediate, right? Tarawan Publishing Company, all right? Today we're gonna do chapter 2, C1, page 62. Adjust the camera. Is this good? I guess so.
Listen to part of a lecture in a biology class.
Every spring we see all kinds of beautiful flowers blooming everywhere. What I'd like to address now is why many flowers bloom during spring in temperate climates. In order to answer this question, we need to know what the purpose of a flower is. Let's find out, shall we? Plants reproduce from seed.
Okay, hold on. What is this part about? This part is introducing the topic, right? What was the topic? Why many flowers bloom during spring in temperate climates, all right? And what others were there? The purpose of a flower. Okay? Every spring we see all kinds of beautiful flowers blooming everywhere. What does that mean, blooming? Oh my God. It's hard to adjust. Right? Okay. Blooming means a plant or a tree producing flowers, or the flower appearing and opening. Okay? What I'd like to address now is why many flowers bloom during spring in temperate climates. What I'd like to address. What does address mean? Address means give a speech or say something. Why many flowers bloom during spring in temperate climates? What does temperate mean? Temperate means not extreme, not very cold, and not very hot. All right, temperate climates. Hold on. Moderate is a similar word to temperature. Moderate means being not extreme. All right. It's like mild. Climate. What's a climate? Climate is the general weather condition of an area which is typical of that area. In order to answer this question, we need to know what the purpose of a flower is. In order to answer this question. What does that mean, in order to? In order to means the purpose or the intention being this, all right? In order to answer this question, it's like to answer this question, okay? We need to know what the purpose of the flower is. Purpose. What is a purpose? Purpose is why something is there, why something is done. Let's go to the next part.
Plants reproduce from seeds. In flowering plants, these seeds are present in fruits and berries. Inside the flower is the plant's reproductive system. The male part, which contains pollen, is the stamen. The female part, which contains ovules or eggs, is the pistil. When the pollen meets the eggs, fertilization occurs and reproduction begins. The result is the growth of fruits and berries, which contain the seeds. However, the stamen and pistil are not in close proximity, relatively speaking, to each other. They need help to meet. Sometimes the wind or rain can do this, but animals, such as insects, do a much better job of pollinating plants. And this is where blooming flowers become important. Essentially, blooming flowers attract birds and insects such as bees and butterflies.
Okay, what is this part about? How the plants reproduce. This is what this part is about. Okay. What does that mean? Plants reproduce from seeds. What does reproduce mean? Reproduce means produce the young, right? From seeds. What's a seed? Seed is a hard part of the plant which later becomes a new plant. In flowering plants, these seeds are present in fruits and berries. These seeds are present. What does that mean, present? Present means they are at that place, all right? Present in fruits and berries. What's a berry? Berry is a small, round fruit that is produced from a bush or a tree. Inside the flower is the plant's reproductive system. Reproductive system. What's a system? System is the set of things which have a function or which follows the same rule. Okay. The male part, which contains pollen, is the stamen. The male part. What is a male? Male is the animal which cannot produce the young from its body, right? Which contains pollen. What does that mean, contain? Contain means have something inside, all right? Which contains pollen. What is pollen? Pollen is the fine powder produced from a flower, and it fertilizes the flowers of the same species, all right? is the stamen. What's the stamen? Stamen is a small, delicate stalk at the center of a flower. You understand? And it produces pollen. The female part, which contains ovules or eggs, is the pistil. The female part. What does female mean? Is the animals or plants which produces the young from its body, alright? Which contains ovules or eggs. What's an ovule? Ovule and an egg is the same thing. It is the reproductive part of the plant, alright, and it gets fertilized by the pollen, and it grows into a new. It grows into a seed. Okay. Is the pistil? What's pistil? Pistil is the female reproductive part of a plant, alright? And let me show you the picture. Can you see that? So stamen is this small delicate stalk at the center of the flower, and pistil, it consists of one or more carpels, alright? Carpels. And the carpel consists of the ovary, which is like the room for the ovule, you understand? So it's the place where the eggs are, and the style and the stigma, okay? This is a carpel, and pistil consists of one or more carpel. Is that clear? Okay. When the pollen meets the eggs, fertilization occurs and reproduction begins. When the pollen meets the eggs, fertilization occurs. What is fertilization? What does fertilize mean? Fertilize means a female, the male part of a plant or an animal meeting, joining the female part of the animal or the plant, and forming a life, a new life. That is fertilization, okay? Occurs, fertilization occurs. What does that mean? Occur means happen, right? And reproduction begins. The result is the growth of fruits and berries which contain the seeds. The result, what is a result? Result is something happening from something else, alright? However, the stamen and pistil are not in close proximity, relatively speaking, to each other. However, what is this? However, you use it when you want to say something contrasting what you have just said, alright? It's like but the stamen and pistil are not in close proximity. What does proximity mean? Proximity is being close, alright? Do you know the word approximate? What does that mean? Approximate means a rough amount or a figure, not exact, but a similar figure. You understand? So it means close. Relatively speaking, what does that mean? Relative. Relative means compared to other things, okay?